You see that face? That's the face of not eating gluten or dairy or sugar or junk food for 2 months, and then all in one day eating a pizza, drinking an entire liter of Coca-Cola, eating a birthday cake, eating a chocolate bar, eating a bunch of dairy, all in one day, not feeling too good. Definitely a food hangover. The vlog must live on, so onward bound. All right, Atua, now that you've had the surfboard for a couple of weeks now, why don't we do a surfboard review comparison where you just talk about the differences. But first, let's go for a cruise down to the beach, get some coconuts, and then when we come back, we will do the review. How's that sound?
Yep.
Look at this, molasses everywhere on the road. Interesting Costa Rica fact, at least down where we are, where all the roads are made out of dirt, is right at the beginning of the dry season, everybody buys these big barrels of molasses. Basically like syrup, pancake syrup, I don't know. So this road right here, I don't know if you can see it, kind of looks dark, almost wet a little bit. Somebody covered it with molasses last night. They do it in the night and then it dries up during the day. And then it creates almost like a kind of a coat on the road, keeps all the dust down. So if you live by the road, your house gets just dusted like crazy. You do this in front of your house, totally lays the dust down. And they do this all over the place, in the towns, everywhere. And if it rains, gone in one afternoon. But it usually doesn't rain for like 5 months. But it makes a mess on quads and cars. You gotta drive really slow, and that's what we're doing. Voila. Those are the molasses guys.
I gotta get my camera out. What? Check it out, we got to the beach and the waves look so-so, maybe a few good ones here and there. But I see a squirrel up in this palm tree and it looks like it's sleeping.
What are you doing, Kaylee? Are you getting Instagram shots? You're Instagramming, aren't you? Did you get a sick Instagram shot? Haven't ran or jogged in a while. You want to do a quick obstacle course with me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do a quick obstacle course. Follow my lead. Ready? Here we go. Let's go. You guys ready to get healthy? All right, whenever we want to feel like we're getting healthy, we always like to start the day off with pipas, coconuts. Let's go get some. Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Tiene pipas?
Claro.
Por favor, 3 pipas. Sí. Yep, ice cold coconut water is what we love. 1 pipa. Whoa.
Whoa.
And we use Monopoly money when we buy coconuts. Gracias. I think this is the best, refreshing, most healthiest water that you could ever drink in the entire world, planet, you name it. So Keely's still trying to figure out a good Instagram picture. What's your idea here, Keely?
Stand by the palm tree with my coconut.
All right, now I'm going to talk about some of the dimensions as well as some of the differences that I've noticed from these two surfboards. So this was my old board, which I had for maybe a year or so. Now it's a bit too small for me, but the dimensions on this, it's a 5'4" by 18 by 2 inches thick. It's 18 inches wide. This was actually more of like a wider, it's actually meant to be like a small wave board, but I kind of grew out of it. I find that with this board, it's easier to do like a sharper cutback. I don't know, maybe that's just because it's a bit smaller. I find it easier to do like a quick cutback into a fast rebound, but I find that as soon as I need to like get lots of speed, I really have a hard time. And I also find with this board that whenever I try to do like a snap, kind of like hit the lip, I almost always get caught up at the top or like dig my rail to the top. Then this board, which is my newer board, which I just got recently, and I've only surfed it actually a few times. So far, I'm loving this board a ton. It's a little bit more difficult to do sharp cutbacks, but not that much more difficult. It's a 5'6". Wait.
Flip it over. I think it's more 2 1/4. Yeah.
Let's see what
It's 2 1/4. 5'6", 2 1/4, 19 inches wide. Flip it over.
And this one, my new board, is a quad fin, and it's also the Weirdo Ripper. I've been at least using it as a quad fin. Then my old board is a thruster, as you can see. And this is actually my first name brand surfboard, where it's like a known brand that is known to make good surfboards. And actually, this board gets me more excited to surf, not because it's a name brand, but because it just works better. Like when I do turns, I always make it, it's easier for me to like generate speed. It does have these like wing things on the tail, which are supposed to like make the board go faster. I mean, so when you have a board that works and you can like, you feel that it like does what you want it to do, it really gets you way more excited to go surfing.
All right, guys. So that's it for this video. We'll see you tomorrow. Pura vida.
And aloha.
See you in the next video.